Huh. Well then. It would appear my game has actually crashed. So, yeah, that's a thing. Deck, I currently got your Discord up, so... Okay, so if you couldn't hear me before, the game has crashed, and I am probably going to have to restart my Switch. So, it's going to go down for a sec. Hopefully, when I turn it back on, it will actually work. It's typical that the one time I actually, go to stream, the Switch just decides, nah. It's always fine. Whenever I've recorded, always fine. This time, no. Having none of it. Swear to God, if it doesn't turn back on. Because currently it's not. Currently it doesn't want any part of this. Right. This is mighty unfortunate. Have I got something that you can spectate whilst I'm doing this? Probably not with giving away my entire draft league team for most stuff. Even if the Switch would turn back on, that would just be incredible. However, it does not want any part of this. I was doing something. Oh, we're back in business. Hopefully the game actually lets me play this time. Ignore how many profiles we've got, by the way. Like, we keep making new profiles just to play Sword and Shield, and then never delete them and never finish. We barely ever get past like the first gym. And then we decide, yeah, we're kind of done with this playthrough. How is the stream quality, by the way? Is it okay? Like, it says that it's not great. Okay, I can move. We have freedom. I am able to move. Improvement. Right, okay. Stream quality is good. Deck says if it's bad, then blame Deck. It's entirely his fault. You can also type in chat Deck. Like, that is also possible, but I don't know how easy it is on PlayStation. My assumption is not very. I'm just going to very quickly check. Take the screen down whilst I'm doing this. Just in case, you know, somehow, some way, somebody decides, you know what, I'm going to hack into Jack's internet tonight. That sounds like a great time. Yeah, we're still good. Right, turn that back on. Right. Sorry, Deck, I have foiled your plans of hacking into my Switch somehow. I'd be very impressed if you did. But at the same time, you have logged into my internet many times. So, if you wanted to, then you'd quite easily be able to take it. Okay, just let my opponent know that, you know, things are back on track. That was rather annoying, not gonna lie. But, you know, solid start to the stream. I think we've been streaming for like 10 minutes, and we've gone nowhere. I have no idea how to work YouTube streaming as well. So that is going to be in the video once the battle actually goes onto the channel. The reason I'm streaming this is because I decided, you know, this game was meant to be up today, or yesterday for my time, and instead of doing the battle, then having to edit and upload, I was like, screw it, might as well just do it live. Makes sense. In my head, it made sense. But we should be able to get this going in a sec. Now, I'm just going to plug this in a couple of servers. I don't even know where the YouTube link to this is. Like, this is super professional. Can you tell that I don't really tend to do this very often? Pause that before you hear me speaking again. Nobody wants two of me, that's for sure. Yeah, let me just chuck this in a couple of servers. Just not the UPA server, because I feel like that's not the greatest idea. Like, if he wants to cheat and look at my screen, then we can. But hopefully he doesn't. If he finds out about it and he does, like, at this point, it doesn't matter. Like, we're confirmed for playoffs regardless. So, yeah, it doesn't really make too much difference. But no, that's probably. I'll do one more server just for luck, or bad luck, as it may be. But there we go. Get rid of that. And I've really kept this man long enough. I'm just going to say good luck, have fun. Spoilers, by the way, for my Week 12 team. I actually played my Week 12 yesterday, so yeah, I won't spoil the result or anything like that, but that's the team that I brought for Week 12. No need for a team builder now. This week, obviously no team builder because I'm doing it live, and I was already late to turning up for this battle, had issues immediately. I don't have time for a team builder as well. So, Deck, you're getting to see the process of playing on Wi-Fi. So this is super exciting for you, I am sure. And hopefully, no disconnects. Like, I think I've been pretty good this season. Both BBR and UPA, I think disconnects have been to a minimum. I forgot to mention that I'm actually going up against Cahoots and his Hawaiian Kommo-os. He is not doing the best this season. I think he's like 3-7 going into this game. So, but it doesn't necessarily mean that his team is bad by any means. I don't remember his team at all. Okay, yeah, I do remember this team. It's Gmax Inteleon, Heatran, Togekiss, Kommo-o, Umbreon, Weezing. I built this team, I want to say, 3 weeks ago. I think it was about 3 weeks ago. So I'm not entirely sure what my sets are, why I brought them. So this can only go well, but like I said, this result doesn't matter too much to me because we are already secured in our playoff spot. So yeah, initial look at this, I think get rid of the Weezing. I want to say that I probably got Poison Jab on my Urshifu for this, for Togekiss, so after that, honestly, Urshifu looks like it kind of just goes in. What's his best lead against me? Probably Inteleon. If he just leads Inteleon, then we're not in the greatest spot. I kind of just want to lead off with my X-Cloud. If he leads off Kommo-o, that is extremely unfortunate for me. I do have a switch into the Clefairy if I need it. Outside that, my switch-ins to Kommo-o are a little bit limited, but we'll be able to see whether or not he's physical or special and kind of play around it accordingly. I don't even have a damage calc up. Let me get that. That will help. Just saw that out whilst we're loading into the game. Good luck, have fun's my opponent. Like I said, this should be just a fun game. He leads off with the Weezing. That's actually ideal. And I expect a soundproof Kommo-o. And in that sense, I kind of just want to go for... Ice Beam, predicting that to come in. I think that's what I'm going to do. He can lay up Toxic Spikes or something on this turn if he wants. Yeah, he does. Did you bring a Poison type? Do I even have a Poison type on this draft? I have... yeah, I have what's it called? Clawfish. That looks kind of specially defensive. I'm going to throw off a Boom Burst on this turn. You can set up a second layer of spikes. That's fine. It's actually a pretty speedy Weezing. But this Boom Burst should hurt. Yeah, it just takes it out. Cool. So it's 5v6, but the Toxic Spikes are going to be super annoying for me. Deck has returned with snacks. No promises on the win. His team is terrifying. He goes into this, which is somewhat interesting. I don't think this wants to take... Doesn't want to take a hit particularly. I could also Whirlpool just to keep this thing in and get chip damage. I'm just going to click Boom Burst. Maybe a Thunder Wave? Maybe it's Power Flinch? Light Screen, okay, interesting. So I'm just going to throw off a Boom Burst. Probably going to do about 20%. That looks to be about 20%. But these are kind of annoying. I'd be lying if I said they weren't a little bit annoying. Like, realistically, I don't have the greatest switch-ins to this thing. I think I probably just want to go out into my... I'll keep my X-Cloud around, I'll just go out into my Duraludon. because honestly, like, I'm not too worried about this thing. Just goes for the Dazzling Gleam. This shouldn't do much. It's not a massive amount. I'm going to Dynamax, and I think he probably is just Roselli. Do I want to throw off the Max Lightning here? He can just go into his Umbreon on this turn. So I think I just want a Flash Cannon. If it's Berry, then that sucks a little bit. I could have also just stayed in with my Expile. That was also a possible play I could have made. Yeah, I'm just going to throw off a Flash Cannon. So he's going to switch out. I expect the Umbreon. That is... yeah, the Umbreon. Good job I didn't Dynamax, because that would just been annoying. We see leftovers, so it's not Shuffleberry, so close combat I think should do a ton of damage to this thing. We are Life Orb. Do we have close combat? We do have close combat. Okay, so it's doing 88 to 105. I could just bring it in here. I could just bring it in. Seems a little bit aggressive. I could also just go into my Clefairy and just get up Stealth Rocks if he stays in. That doesn't matter because we should be Magic Guard. I say should. We should be Magic Guard. As long as I have ginned my team right. Yeah, we are. Okay, we're good. So I see this is a pretty good opportunity to set up rocks. He can go out to his Heatran if he wants to. I do have some ability to switch into Heatran, so I'm just going to set up my rocks here. Togekiss can also come in. If Togekiss comes in, then I am going to go for the Thunder Wave. But I expect that thing's probably Heavy Dew Boots. And that is the Heatran. Okay. So I'm pretty sure my X-Cloud is here solely for this. Could very well be wrong. But X-Cloud should take this hit just fine. It's annoying that he's got Toxic Spikes up. But I should be fine. Switch into X-Cloud here. And he is kind of wasting his own Light Screen. And I know that he has seen me run Earthquake on this before, I'm sure. But I think I just want to go for a Whirlpool and trap whatever wants to come in. I think that's my play here. See what he wants to go out into and then play accordingly. If he stays in, he stays in. Like, without really knowing my set, I could have Focus Blast, I could have Hydro Pump. I think he's going to want to switch out. Because he hasn't really seen a whole lot of my set outside of Ice Beam, and never mind. Never mind, if I had just gone for the Earthquake, I think this thing died. But as long as we connect with Whirlpool, then we can go for the Earthquake on the next turn. So, for the second time, we are going to bring Whirlpool, and it's going to trap the thing it needs to, trap the Steel type. And I'm just going to throw off an Earthquake on this turn. No reason to do anything else, because he can't switch out, unless he's Shed Shell. If he predicted this and gone for the Shed Shell, then fair play to him. But this should be the Heatran down, and honestly that's the biggest threat to Clefairy. Yeah, biggest threat to Clefairy down. I think it dies to the next Whirlpool damage. I could be wrong. It looks like it's in range. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, Clefairy's biggest check is gone down. I'm pretty happy with that. We know it's screens. Actually, we can see whether or not it's Light Clay on Togekiss from the screen counter. Goes on to Hoku, that's Togekiss. Does take rocks. Okay, so it is going to be dual screens. Am I okay with this going down? I think so. Inteleon can still win this game, which is kind of wild. Inteleon is a big threat to our team. I think I just want to throw off a Boom Burst. He can Roost on this turn. How many turns of Light Screen has he got left? He doesn't. Okay. Interesting. So I think I just Boom Burst. You can certainly set up a light screen again, which he does. But I think I'm kind of happy just to trade up for damage here. I didn't actually see the light screen disappear, so I've got to keep an eye on that. I've got to be much more aware of it. So we actually live on 3. I think I would have rather died there. But I'm just going to go for an Ice Beam if I can get a lucky freeze, but without speed. I could have gone for Earthquake, but I don't think Earthquake would have done any more. Effectively, I'm just going for hacks by clicking Ice Beam here, but I can go into my Zero Aura afterwards. He doesn't have Ground type on his team, if I remember rightly. So what, Inteleon, Togekiss, Umbreon, and one other. If I remember rightly, he didn't have a Ground type, or his Ground type was quite weak. It's bad that I'm halfway through a battle and I don't remember what the 6th mon on his team was. Kommo-os, okay. I'm quite happy just to go for a Volt Switch on this turn. He stays in, he stays in. Like, it could be worse. But I think he wants to switch out, fearing the Plasma Fist. If he stays in, then that's fine. I can go out into my Clefairy and just keep pivoting. Like, I'm not losing any health, really. I am losing a bit of health by switching in, but not a massive amount. And effectively, he would just be sacking his Togekiss here. He actually stays in. Okay. Fair enough. Don't know whether or not that would have actually lived a Plasma Fists, but I'm just going to take a second to double check that. It has to leave its max HP. It wouldn't have taken one, but it is what it is. Do I want to go into... That would lose me a little bit of offensive momentum, but I also could paralyze that. Yeah, I'm going to go on to my Clefairy. I am wasting a few of his screens here. He goes for Reflect. Honestly, I'm surprised that he stayed in, because I'm pretty sure he just died, unless he was like max defense. But I'm just going to throw a Thunder Wave. I see no real reason to not do this. It can't do too much damage. Like, it's shown its moveset, it can't do too much damage to me. Also, Center Scorch is super free against this set. So I could also go into that. Do connect with the Thunder Waves, that's nice. Like, there's no way of him being able to break me with this set, so do I just want to Moonblast? I think I do. I think I'm going to Moonblast maybe a couple of times and then switch out into my Center Scorch. See how much damage this does. Obviously it's behind light screen, so not going to do much at all. And how much this is going to do to me. That's a good amount. I expect the light screen to come out here. So I'm going to Soft Boiled. And then I think I just want to go out into my Center Scorch after that. I want to keep this thing as healthy as possible to be able to deal with Kommo-os. Yeah, there's a light screen. Effectively what I want to do is time this so when the screen goes away, I can get one of my threats in. But yeah, I'm just going to go out into Center Scorch. I think this is going to be really tough for me to be able to break through. But I should have just clicked Plasma Fists. I mean, I was scared of the Kommo-os coming in and being able to set up. I really didn't want that. But we're going to be able to chew this, like, no problem at all. There's the Reflect gone. I kind of just do want to go into... I do want to go into my Zero Aura. Don't want to do it on this turn. How much is it doing with Dazzling Gleam back to me? Because I don't want to lose too much health. I still do need to keep it around for the Inteleon. That's my main concern. how much... If I just brought physical on this, man, it would have been so much better. This Mystical Fire is doing nothing. To Zero Aura. It's not doing too much. So yeah, I'm going to go hard Zero Aura on this turn. And I'm just going to click Plasma Fist. If he doesn't go for the Reflect on this turn, then we should be able to just kill with Plasma Fist next turn. Just to Reflect. Like, the ideal turn here is that he gets fully paralyzed. So yeah, I'm just going to click Plasma Fist. Should have done this the first time round, but I honestly did not expect him to keep it in. That does not do a lot at all. Rocky Helmet, okay. Yeah, this is less than ideal. So I now die on rocks. Yikes, that is terrible for me. And he can just roost on this turn. Yeah, this doesn't look great. If I had just Plasma Fist the first time, we'd be in a much, much better place. So that was a big misplay from me, and now we can lose to Inteleon, which is a bit of a problem. So yeah, I misplayed horribly, but at the same time, it is what it is. This man would get paralyzed once, it'd be really nice, but... Light Screen wears off, so this turn I'm just going to go into my Duraludon. Just going to go Duraludon, and I'm just going to click Flash Cannon. I have no reason to try and predict around this. Not having my Zero Aura really sucks though. That's just barely not going to do enough. Light Screen goes up, that's fine. Should be able to just take out Togekiss on this turn. Which is realistically all I needed to do. But I kind of messed around with it for so long. It actually switches. It's interesting. Just goes out into what is that, the Umbreon? Yeah. That's really interesting he makes that play. Like, I'm not ready to waste my G-Max just yet. Like, I need my G-Max to be able to beat his G-Max. So, Reflect wears off. I'm actually just going to go hard into my Urshifu. And if he happens to have like Moonblast or something and clicks it on this turn, then so be it. But, like, close combat should just be able to knock this out. It will do a ton of damage to Kommo-os as well. Like I say, if he has like Moonblast, then that's kind of wild, but like good bring on his part. And he can definitely just go into Kommo-o and receive that wish, but at the same time, I predicted enough on this in this game, so I'm just going to click close combat. She goes for Protect, that's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. Because we have the Unseen Fist, and you can't protect against that. Very easy to forget that. Like, really easy to forget it. But that's great because I think that's his like best way of dealing with my Duraludon down. I could be wrong, obviously. Could be wrong. But not a lot on his team really wants to take that hit. And I am faster than Togekiss, I believe, with this set. I certainly hope I'm faster than Togekiss. Yeah, I should be. So Togekiss isn't an issue. He may go into his Inteleon here, he may go into his Kommo-o. I think Kommo-o is most likely. And if we see Kommo-o, then I just go hard into my... hard into Clefairy. I have no idea what that is. That is the Kommo-o. Like, I'm still at a decent amount of health. I could just get a big hit off on this. How much am I doing? It's Kommo-o. Defensive. CC's doing a lot to defensive. Kommo-os. I could just go Clefairy. Like, that is a safe play. Have I got a Sucker on this set? I've got a Sucker. So, yeah, I'll just go Clefairy. If he sets up, kind of sucks, but I don't think you set up in front of an Urshifu. Or a Sphere. Okay, so it's special. It does a good amount of damage. I should absolutely be able to take a Flash Cannon from here, though. And I'm just going for Moonblast. It could be Roselli Berry. Roselli makes a lot of sense against a team with 2 fairies. It makes a lot of sense against a team with 2 fairies. But I think this may be Clangorous Soul. I don't actually remember if it's allowed in this league or not. It's Clangorous Soul and it definitely lives this hit. It's another reason why I had Choice Scarf's Aurora. Isn't it this? It's the... Okay, so he just sacks off the Togekiss for now. Can we like scout anything on that damage actually with Kommo-os? That was Aura Sphere. I didn't even see what damage it put me down to. I honestly didn't see how much damage it put me down to. But he only has the Inteleon, which is still an Inteleon. It's still a massive, massive problem for my team. I think I just always want a T-Wave here, honestly. Can I live any one hit from Inteleon? Do I need to keep this, actually? Yes, I think I do. So I think I just got to go ahead and sack off my... I think I just got to sack off my Center Scorch. I don't think he's not G-Maxing, I think, on this turn. Should make a lot of sense so he doesn't G-Max. Focus Energy, that's what I was really hoping he wasn't going to go for, but... does he just win? I think there's a chance that he just wins here. Yeah, it's definitely a chance that he just wins. I should have gone for the Thunder Wave, but... Yeah, that was a misplay. I should have just gone for Thunder Wave. How much is Urshifu doing? Sucker Punch is probably not doing enough. If he is not... I think that I lose to this Inteleon regardless, because G-Max is kind of nuts. Max Airstream. Do I live this? Nope. Nope. Absolutely do not live that. If this is Life Orb... If it's Life Orb, it's not, it's going to be Scope Lens. What am I talking about? This is why I really wanted a certain Pokemon around. If he crits any of these moves, I actually should be able to live. If I'm looking at this right, I should be able to live any one move. I certainly hope so, because this would then, like, it will come down to kind of endgame scenarios. But yeah, I think I just got to go for damage. I could go Depletion. It's not doing as much, but yeah, we go for Max Lightning. We should be able to live any one hit from this. I wish it was at like better HP, but it is what it is. Like, even Modest, it shouldn't be able to knock me out of any one hit, unless I'm just like completely forgetting about some coverage it gets. Hailstorm, yeah, that shouldn't knock me out. That's actually going to do damage to himself. Never mind. Like, the calc on here does not say it's knocking me out. That's Really weird. I've got to be missing something here. But yeah, it says 34 to 40. So, who knows. I think I do just lose this game. I'm genuinely curious. Like, the calc is obviously wrong. But there's got to be something I've missed. There's got to be something, but it is what it is. I think my play is... Well, my first thing my play would have been to paralyze this and not choke. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm just confused by that calc. Like, oh, wait, that's why. It's Torrent and not Sniper. That makes a lot more sense. That's my own bad then. On the off chance I live this, I'm just going to go for the Thunder Wave. But I don't think there's any chance I live this. Nope. So I don't think there's any chance I live this. So yeah, I should have gone for the Thunder Wave on the first time it's out. And at this point, I think I've just got to risk, like, he just can click Focus Energy. It comes down to like mind games and stuff, but it's unfortunate. It really is that I didn't. I don't know why the calc doesn't even have Sniper. Like, that was a roll. It was a roll to knock me out, but I don't think it was necessarily a bad roll. I still go for the Sucker Punch. It's still my play. If this knocks out, we have a chance. Okay. So, I don't think we win by any means. I think Kommo-os still picks up the skill. If we had still had our Zero Aura around, it was a different game, I think. Because Zero Aura now would have been amazing. But unless I get a crit with close combat, I don't think there's any way of me winning this. Because it's potentially defensive. That's the Dynamax. Close combat, probably never doing enough damage. But we go for it anyway. And then we're going to lose this one 1-0. But he just misses out on the KO. That was so close. But yeah, we are going to unfortunately lose this game 1-0. Very, very close game. But if I had just gone for Thunder Wave with my Clefairy, I think we were in a much better place. But I felt like I needed my Clefairy around, so I didn't want to risk it. But yeah, unfortunately we are going to lose 1-0. But like I said, our playoff spot is confirmed. Not the best game I played by any means, but you know, not every game is going to be your best game. Going into playoffs, we kind of got a bad game out of the way. I'm fine with that. Sorry to have let you down though, deck. Just say GG to my opponent. Like, that was a fun game. It was a really fun game. Definitely misplayed a couple of times, but yeah, it was still a fun game. Yeah, I didn't realize how many people were watching. Hi to everyone. Like, I actually haven't had the YouTube chat around, but yeah, so I didn't have Sniper in the calc. It was still a range to kill regardless. Like, it was probably a 50-50. But yeah, I didn't play that one particularly well. Right, mid. But it's okay, because after my win against mid, I'm actually confirmed for playoffs, so one second, my opponent's just talking. He's asked if I want to hop in call. You know what? Actually, I'll ask him if he's cool to chat in stream, because that would actually be really cool to get him in there. Absolutely, it's completely hacked. It wasn't misplays at all. Like, letting him get that focus energy up was the misplay. Like, if I had just underwaved him there, he had like not much chance, I think, because I was able to do enough damage. But like, I think I played horribly with Zero Aura, and that was like the main issue, the main issue that I had in that game. Like, if I still had Zero Aura at the end, then I didn't have an issue. But I mean, the man kept his Togekiss in. Yeah, I'm just going to call my opponent now. Have a little chat about that game, because that was a lot of fun.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I decided, like, because the game was meant to be up today, I was like, fuck it, I might as well just stream it. So.
That made sense to me. Where are you streaming?
YouTube at the moment. Hang on, I've probably got the... Nope, that is my team. I just need to copy and paste my team to you. Yeah, it's just on YouTube.
Okay. What's your YouTube channel name? Is it just Jack Gray, or is it...
Gravy, with 3 E's.
Gotcha.
I'm just going to mute the in-game because it's so loud I can't hear you.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, I definitely misplayed around the Inteleon, but like, I felt like I needed my Clefairy for the Kommo-os.
That's fair.
But in the end, I actually didn't. So.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude. So, you probably calced the close combat Oko and Kommo-os. I just want to let you know I did EV some HP just enough to be able to live a close combat.
So I actually calced it, and I was like, yeah, I don't think this close combat ever kills. But like, I think I just look at the set. 73 to 88. Apparently, if it's just 0-0, which I don't think it was a range, I think, at that point. So if you had HP investment, I don't think it ever killed from that range.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was like, as soon as the Inteleon got focus energy up, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I lose this game now. Because I had Choice Scarf, Zero Aura to deal with it, but I misplayed my Zero Aura horribly.
I mean, it was tough. You know, I kind of the very beginning of the game, my whole mindset was disruption, so
yeah.
It was kind of tough to play around, not gonna lie. I definitely put a lot more emphasis in this week to kind of mess with my opponent, so that's why I have T-Spikes, I had Stealth Rocks, I had Yawn on Umbreon, which is so that's specifically for your Duraludon, so you would come in if I would. That's why every time you put Duraludon, I always swapped into Umbreon, because when I lived anything pretty well, so if you D-max right there, I would have yawned right immediately.
Yeah. Like, I just never wanted to do Gigantamax against an Umbreon, because like, looking at the damage the Flash Cannon did, I was like, it never will do enough. You can just sit there and wish protect until like you're back at full. But
that was crazy. But you know, I guessed your team almost like completely wrong. Like, I got Urshifu, Zero Aura, and Duraludon. Everything else, I was like, what is this team?
Yeah, so like, there was part of me that wanted to bring like a little bit of heat, because I've already qualified for playoffs, so I brought a special Center Scorch, and I really wish I had physical, because in that situation where it was him against Togekiss, I could have just sit there and Fire Lash, and you would have eventually just had to have something take that damage. But instead, I had Mystical Fire and Scorching Sands with Rest Talk. So in the end, that set did absolutely nothing for me.
Crazy. No, yeah, that's like, I honestly prepped against all your physical attackers. Like, I literally thought that you were bringing Urshifu, Zero Aura, Tangrowth, thought you were bringing Duraludon, and I was expecting Thunderous Eye and Swampert, because Swampert just on paper does really good against my team.
Yeah, Swampert had a decent matchup. It was I don't know. I just kind of looked at the matchup and I was like, I want to bring a little bit of heat, but I also still kind of want to win, just because I don't want to have an uncompetitive game. But
it was definitely
definitely competitive. Yeah,
like my heart was racing. Like honestly, when you sucker punched Inteleon, I was like, this sucks. I can't. I was freaking out.
Because earlier in the season, I think it was against Jay.
Mm-hmm.
If I had kept my Urshifu until after his Gmax, I could have sucker punched and killed it.
Mm-hmm.
I killed his Rillaboom. So I was like, this time I'm making sure I save that till last, because there's like a good chance it knocked out the Inteleon. And then it was just like pretty much down to whether I got a crit with close combat at the end. And unfortunately, it just barely managed to miss out on the KO. But like you said, it was never actually going to knock it out.
Yeah, I think the HP investment really helped there, because if I didn't have it, the Stealth Rock ships would have gave it to you 100%.
Yeah, it was definitely being close. What was it? It's probably about like
12. It was 12 HP. It lived on 12. Exactly.
Yeah. So it probably was the HP investment. Like, how much do you have in it?
46, I think.
Yeah, so it's probably just enough.
Yeah.
If I had clicked Thunderwave on that turn, I'm not sure if I would have been any better off, really, because I think I still would have had to have sacked like 3 mons to it.
You would have had a chance to, if paralysis went off, I would have been forced to go all 3 of my turns into Gmax Airstream to try and get the speed back, and I could have got paralyzed at any of those times, which means you would have had 1 more mon to come in and kill the Kommo-os.
That's true. Like, especially because were you fully special on it?
Yeah, I was full special.
Yeah.
So I was hardwalled by Clefairy.
Like, even if I was physically defensive on my Clefairy as well. I was expecting Dragon Dance potential, so I was like, I need to go fully Fizz Death just to be able to live +1 poison jab, or not be. Fair. I think it was like a 2 KO still, but max defense gave me some chance.
Looking at your team right now, X-Cloud being Assault Vest makes so much sense on why it didn't do more.
Yeah, I did not expect you to stay in with Heatran at all. I was like, oh, well, he's probably going to switch out, but I'm going to Whirlpool just in case, so you then can't switch out. But I was like, surely like Focus Blast or Hydro Pump, it might force a switch, and I was hoping then I could trap something else with Whirlpool. But, I'm fine with taking out the Heatran.
Yeah, so when I saw that you were special, I literally, like, in my mind, I thought you were Boom Burst, Ice Beam, Focus Blast, and some other move. But I didn't. But I have Trouble Berry on Heatran,
okay.
so I would have lived the Focus Blast.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense then.
Yeah, I was not expecting Whirlpool Earthquake. That caught me.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had seen any of my games from earlier in the season, but I think it was like week 3 or 4. Somebody kept their Nihilego in on my X-Cloud, and I just Earthquaked it and killed it.
That would have been I think that's Q. I think Q has Kommo-os.
Yeah,
Kommo-os has Nihilego in this league.
Yeah, I think it was, and like that was huge because Nihilego just destroyed my team.
Yeah, like it's funny enough. I am good friends with both Q and J, and we prep a lot. I didn't get a chance to prep with them against your team. Like they helped me get some ideas, but we couldn't practice at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember them talking a lot about their matches against you.
To be fair, like I think against Q, I'm trying to think what I brought against him, but I'm fairly sure I brought heat against most people. Like at least like one mon that's had something kind of wild, and it's usually X-Cloud. Like my X-Cloud sets for the entire season, I've explored the full range of its moveset, that's for sure. Like, was it against Jay that I bought Terrain Pulse?
I'm not sure.
I think it might have been. I'm trying to go back from my teams. No, I ran Endeavor and Counter on my. I was Specs against Jay with X-Cloud, and I ran Endeavor and Counter.
That's hilarious.
But I've really had a lot of fun using Xcloud. Not necessarily just as choice specs. Like I've run Assault Vest a lot, and like it's so bulky. Like you don't expect it to be as bulky as it is, and Boom Burst just kills things.
100%. Like
Like
I honestly, I had an inkling that you were going to bring Xcloud just because of Kommo-os, but
yeah.
seeing that you're scrappy instead of soundproof, I was like, what the heck?
So my thought process was, was I actually scrappy?
And you're
No,
scrappy.
no, no. I what was my thought process for that? I have absolutely no idea. I was thinking like if I'm scrappy, then it does something, but it really doesn't.
So the only ghost on my team is Desejuai, and you have Ice Beam for that.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck knows. I have no idea why I brought that, but you know, it wasn't necessary in the end. But I think it was a case of like I was definitely expecting physical Kommo-o firstly, but also I thought you would probably try and switch in your Kommo-o, being soundproof yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why I went for Ice Beam on turn one. But when you kept your wheezing in, I was like, well, I'm just going to Boom Burst on this turn.
Yeah,
but
that's fair. Me letting Wheezing go down so early was maybe a misplay on my part, because I was Fizz Def on 4 of my mons. Like
wow.
like I was predicting full Fizz Gang off from you, and like the Xcloud really threw me off.
Yeah,
but I was able to lay both set of spikes, and that's all that Wheezing needed to do, other than being my Urshifu switch in.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
The toxic spikes were really annoying just on my offensive mons. Like I had obviously Magic Guard on Clairfed, Boots on Scent Scorch, and Duraludon doesn't care. Right. But like that damage racked up so quickly on my offense. Like especially Zeraora. Like I needed one para, I think, with Togekiss just so Zeraora could get a free hit off. But
yeah, Togekiss was a very well trained Togekiss. I put a lot of work.
It really was.
But like,
I mean,
that was great.
You called my bluff perfectly on the first Togekiss Zeraora matchup, because I was like, I don't think he stays in, so I'm just going to Volt. Because I didn't want to be locked into Plasma Fist if you were like Dragon Dance Kommo-o. That was like worst case scenario for me. Mm-hmm. So I was like, if I Volt out, then if Kommo-o comes in, I can go out to my Clefairy and so on. So when you stayed in and set up Reflect, I was like, nah, this is going to be really annoying to break through now.
No, yeah, because like that was the whole point. So I was Fizz Def, Togekiss. I was literally max defense, max HP. So yeah. I lived the Plasma Fist at like I think it did 56 max, and I was at like 90 something %. And so I always live Plasma Fist. And like I put up my Reflect, I always live it again, and then I just roost up and I'll be fine, good as gold. And I had Rocky Helmet on both Togekiss and Weezing. So they were they were supposed to switch back and forth, so I don't lose too much HP going up against your Zeraora and your Urshifu. That was my whole plan against that.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Like screens really was annoying because like Xcloud was doing nothing to Togekiss behind screens, and like Clefairy was never going to do anything anyway. So like I really struggled to break it. I had to go into Duraludon and hit it on the turn the light screen went down. Like that was my only chance of actually being able to break through it, because it was just super annoying. It was so annoying to deal with.
I know when I calced, I think I calced when light screen went down with Duraludon came in. I think I rolled the dice there. I know I had a slim chance of living, but that was just unfortunate. I
showed my sets on screen for probably like the 2 people who are still actually watching. Actually, there's 6. That's wild.
Oh, what is up, everybody? Hope you guys enjoyed the match.
Yeah, we've actually got Q, Shadow, and Talon all in here. I don't know if they're still in here, but...
Oh, Q's watching? Yo, what's up, Q? What's up, Talon? What's up, my boys? You guys enjoyed the match?
Yeah, Kommo-o lived on like 12 HP. It was a 1-0. So it was super, super close. But Goose did clutch up, as Q said.
Appreciate that.
Shadow says my team is gross.
Yo, Shadow's there too. Yo, what's up? Yo, you got everyone in chat. What is up,
I
guys?
was gonna say, because like I haven't been checking the chat whilst we're in game because I just don't have enough monitors for that. But like I came back and there was like so much chat that had gone on. And I was like, oh shit, I just missed all this. I feel really bad because I just ignored everyone in chat. But
all good. You know,
yeah.
it was probably for the best, right? You don't want them to like sneak in some helpful tips and then you're just like, oh, now my win's tainted if I win. Chat.
Yeah, but no, I don't think anyone would have helped. But I just kind of zoned out entirely whilst I was in the game and just. It was a really fun game though. Like, I think it definitely like there was a couple of plays that I think both of us could have done differently, but at the same time, like, it was still a lot of fun.
Oh, I absolutely agree, 100%.
I just realized I'm just showing my YouTube studio to everybody in the stream, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to move that to a different. I'm going to move that over there. There you go. Now I'm not showing everyone that. And I can still reach out. But
that's fair.
I'm trying to think. Shadow, I was the person. Yeah, that was the one I run Whirlpool against last time to trap his Registill.
Clever.
But
I'm so surprised that Exploit even gets Whirlpool. I'm like, what?
I couldn't even tell you why it gets it, but it does, and it's actually put in work this season. So I'm not complaining.
Honestly.
I'm not sure if you can see the XCloud spread was a little bit wild this week.
Mm-hmm.
I had like plans of 2-hit KOing Keytran, and so I invested in every stat because I also wanted to outspeed, I think, no speed Wheezing or like just uninvested Wheezing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a little all over the place. Did it actually get it this gen?
I'm not sure.
Like, Shadow says it got it this gen, which is even weirder because like you expect that maybe in Gen 3, but they tend to make a bit more sense in Gen 7, Gen 8.
Yeah. I don't know. That's crazy. I mean, the fact that it got it in the first place, I guess it can be considered a buff, giving it access to more diversity.
Yeah, like.
But it's weird to get that specifically.
There was some weird stuff like this gen, like Aggron getting Hydro Pump. Like, what's that about? Okay, it was a hard gold silver HM move, which it still doesn't make any more sense. But you know,
I guess if you brought that all the way up from them, oh, that's crazy. Okay, that's
yeah.
That'd be dedication to get that at beginning.
Absolutely, but you know, I'd be dedicated considering it's taking down a Registill and a Heatran now.
100%. Like, I would be. That changed my whole perspective on X-Cloud, I'll have you know. Just this match. I was like, this thing is crazy.
Like, so before this season, I was like, looking at normal types, and I was like, I don't have much in terms of special wall breakers. I'm just going to pick up X-Cloud. And I brought it to like 10 games this season because it just always has a matchup. Like, you can always click Boom Burst against every team, and then you can bring some wild shit as your last few moves. Like, whatever coverage you need, and then there's always a move slot because Boom Burst hits like 90% of what you need to anyway. That you can just like get experimental and run whatever you want.
Oh, absolutely.
I would definitely advise using it if you get a chance. It's that and Greedent. Greedent and BBR has been amazing for me.
I'll have to take your word for it. Honestly, like I need to go back and watch some of your videos because you're saying things that I just don't believe. I don't believe you. Greedent?
I mean,
kidding me?
Watch my battle against JB because JB gets slapped around by Greedent.
Oh my god, I gotta go back and watch that. I'm sure I did, but I did not.
Yeah.
I remember.
It picked up 3, I think, in that game.
Wow.
And yeah, I brought it like 8 weeks in BBR. It's always got a good matchup. I don't know what it is. It's like literally bottom tier. But I've had it in 2 leagues now and it's always put in work. Like the only reason I beat Shuckle King in APA is because of Greedent. Because he set his Dragapult up to +3 There's weakness policy and dragon dance behind screens, and greed at 1v1 it.
What the heck? Did they not? Did they only have ghost type moves? Did they not have dragon
No,
darts?
they had dragon darts, but I was citrus berry with cheek pouch, so it hit me with one dragon dart, and it did like 60%. So I then healed right back up, and then it hit me with the second dragon dart, and I lived, and then knocked out with crunch.
My God, that's crazy.
But like, I've not had anything like that in the BBR season, but it's always been there, and it's always just been annoying for teams to deal with. It's I think it's like 6-6 this season or something like that. But it's just been super annoying for everyone to deal with, and it's like something you never expect.
Yeah, because something I would ever expect to go up against a greedy, and like they put in that work. It's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah,
it's a really good mod. If you still need a normal type in the low tiers, I'd 100% say bring it up. I pick it up.
I may look into that, and then I'll just ask you for some sets. Like, hey, I need a greeting set. What do you got?
I mean, yeah, sure, why not? But I'm still kind of mad that I brought a special Center Scorch, because that did nothing for me. But yeah, outside of that, I think I knew what Inteleon was going to do. I knew how I was going to stop it, but as soon as Aurora went down, I was like, I'm pretty sure I just lose. I had to hope that you didn't expect the sucker, because I think it would have just like, if you expected sucker, then it would come down to like mind games and just trying to get the right turn in which you didn't click focus energy.
Yeah,
but yeah,
would you be clicking sucker every single turn, or would you be like, oh, this isn't going to work, so we have to try and attack it?
I don't know. I think I would just kind of gone with it, and like maybe on the second or third, I probably would have gone for Wicked Blow instead. But I don't know, like mind games like that is just like 50-50, because I was also going to die to poison if I didn't get the play right. So
yeah, that was I think that was my biggest struggles with letting Umbreon go down so early, like not so early, but letting it go the way I did, because in the end game it was supposed to be able to, if I needed it, I could bring it in against Zeraora and then just heal Wish Protect. But I was a fool. I literally forgot Urshifu's ability.
Yeah, don't worry. Like, I forgot about it until it happened. And I was like, oh yeah, this goes through Protect. I'm done. But you did the exact same thing, so it was like we both as bad at each other, but it just worked for me and it didn't work for you. So
yeah, I was like, in retrospect, if I remember that I should have sacked Togekiss and I would have got something in for free. Like,
but
it all worked out in the end, I guess.
It happens. Like, when I was looking at my Duraludon versus your Inteleon, on my calc it said it never killed, and I was so adamant, and then when it died I was like, what, why has it done that? Like, I was literally just like looking at my calc, I was just staring at it, like, how did that happen? And then I realized it didn't have Sniper. And it was a roll because I was Assault Vest, but it was like,
oh, is that why?
I think I was at like 55% or something like that, and it was a 50-50 basically as to whether it knocked out.
Let me check. I'm gonna check your thing again, because I remember doing that calc, and I calced it with max defense, max HP, max special defense, max HP, and crit. A crit hailstorm did 50 something to 60 something.
Yeah.
So, like, putting an Assault Vest did pretty much the exact same thing as match special defense.
Yeah, so I had 60 EVs and special defense as well. But I don't think that had enough of an effect. Like, I think the entire time when I was doing calcs, I never calced with Sniper. And if I had calced with Sniper, I probably would have made sure that I didn't get to it KO'd. But, like, it's just one of those things. Fair. Like, when you look on the calc, you kind of just expect it to have Sniper, but it was just Torrent.
Gotcha.
It is what it is.
I should have known it was Assault Vest. I honestly, I did not calc. I should have, but I did not calc when he swapped into Togukis's Moon Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's decent damage. Okay, it's neutral. I get it. But I should have looked. Because I probably would have told me if it was Assault Vest or not.
Yeah, I mean, you could have just thought I was max Spadef because I think it's probably not too far off.
Yeah, I think that's what I did think it was. I thought it was max Spadef, max HP. That's why I calc that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I mean, my spread was all over the place on my Duraludon, so like, I don't think there was much of a like when you saw the damage, you probably got confused. Then like, there must be Assault Vest, but it's not very invested. So it is what it is. Like, I think at the end of the day, I just didn't preserve my Inteleon checks well enough, and so everything just had to die. And it left me in that position where obviously I had just a Shavu against Kommo-os. But I would have felt horrible if I crit. I know that was my win con, but at the same time, I would have felt horrible if I just crit on that last turn.
Oh, I would have felt horrible if you crit. I literally, I think when I clicked Aura Sphere, I was like, okay, I told them in my video, I EV'd this enough to live close combat at full. I know my calc says I live at it does 86 to 95 max. I'm just above that. This should not kill, and if it gets a crit, I'm gonna be so upset.
Were you calculating against Adamant or Jolly?
Oh, that's a great question. I think it was Choice Band something.
I mean, choice. Yeah, that sounds like Jolly Choice Band damage because I was Jolly Life Orb.
That makes sense.
I don't think there was ever a chance of me knocking you out. What spread is that, Aquarius? Is that my Duraludon?
What was that?
Aquarius said that's a lovely spread, like EV spread, because I have two mons that have EVs in all stats.
Oh yeah.
So I'm wondering which one they mean.
You're literally one off from your Centiscorch being all.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I ran Fire Lash instead of Mystical Fire, I probably would have had some investment in attack as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not a proper EV spread if you don't have EVs in all six. No, I think this is probably like the second time I've brought 6 EVs on a mod this season, and I brought 2 against you. So it's not something I do often. Like,
all right, well, I just subscribed, so I'm definitely gonna go back and watch some of your content because this was a fun match, and I'm excited to go watch back some more.
I think I've subscribed to you, but I don't want to say that for definite. But I definitely will if I'm not, because I think I subscribed to everyone at the start of the season. Nice. No, I'm not. There you go. I'll sub right back. But yeah, I definitely got to try and catch up with as many people as I can in UPA, like around work and stuff, and the draft leagues I'm in. I struggle to keep up with everyone's content at the start. I was like, I'm watching everyone's battles, so I'm going to try and keep up with everyone. And like, I don't know, 2 weeks in, I was like, I can't do this. I got to watch like maybe 1 or 2 for the week because there's just way too much content.
Gotcha. You know, I like your work, bro. I'm gonna go. I think of you. Gonna watch your moves, but I gotta head out.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, it's what 3:30 over here, so should probably get to sleep as well. But yeah, GG again, man. That was a really fun game. I'm just showing my DMs to everyone. So actually, no, I think I may have it logged on window at least. But yeah, looking forward to the next one. Hopefully, we get to play again soon.
Me too. I'm looking forward to it.
Anyway, catch you later.
See you, bro.
See you. That's the first time I've ever spoke to Cahoots. He seems like a really, really chill guy. Definitely want to battle him again, though. I've got to get revenge for that. Like, it was a really fun game. Like, he won 1-0 with 12 HP left. I can't be mad. And I know full well it was my own misplays that lost me that game. So Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the stream there because one of my mates actually wants to call, and I want to get that done before I go to bed. So thanks for all coming out. Like, I didn't expect to go over to my YouTube and see 7 people in the chat. So yeah, much appreciated having all of you out here. I hope we were able to entertain you. And unfortunately, I've already played my week 12, so I'm not going to be able to stream that one. But I'm probably going to be streaming my week 12 with BBR because we are bringing some absolute fire. Like, this is, I mean, I don't think Davion is going to be watching this, but I will show you my team. This is the heat we're bringing in BBR. So you can't see. This is my Rotom as well. We bring in some interesting sets because it's week 12. We both qualify for playoffs, and there's actually a strong chance we face each other in the first week. So yeah, this one's going to be on Saturday night. I might stream it. Depends on whether he's okay with it or not. If he sees this video, then of course he can look at these sets. But honestly, I don't think it makes any difference because he's bringing absolute heat as well. So if you want to watch that, potentially on Saturday night, I'll be streaming that one. But yeah, thank you all for coming out, and I'm going to wrap it up here. See you.